I've been searching for you for a long time, Uzumaki Naruto. But I'm very sorry that you've lost the fox's power. Now you're weak.
And who said that I lost Kurama's power? Our bond is much stronger than you think. I'm capable of producing his chakra on my own.
Incredible. I thought I was mistaken when I sensed his power within you. It seems that years of using his power have led to the merging of your genes, and you yourself have become something like a Biju.
I didn't realize at first that I was capable of generating this power. I've already heard from Kurama about two brothers who were able to do this, but apparently, I'm much better at it than they were.
Naruto's power. Many have already forgotten about it, as in the Boruto manga, the Hokage is in a completely different dimension sealed away. Not only that, but he has lost the power of the Nine-Tails and has become completely weakened. But is this really the case? Let's talk about what Naruto is capable of and what power he still possesses. Dear friends, I'm excited to share with you my first published book, New Magical Tale About Christmas Sheepy, The Spirit of Winter, now available on Amazon. If you love heartwarming and magical stories, this one is definitely for you. Follow the adventures of a little sheep in a snowy forest, spreading joy to everyone around. This is my first published book, and I hope you'll support me by checking out the story. The link will be in the description and pinned comment. All the money from its sales will go toward repaying a loan I took out to repair my PC. I recently wrote about this in the community section of my channel. Enjoy watching. I think it's no secret to many that the Hokage has lost Kurama, and the fox is now inside his daughter Himawari. In the future, we will definitely see an interesting scene when Himawari shares the Nine-Tailed Chakra with Naruto, and we will once again see how the Hokage uses the familiar power. But what does he have left in terms of his own abilities? To begin with, let's figure out whether the Hokage has truly lost the chakra of the Nine-Tails. In the Naruto anime, we were shown the descendants of Hagoromo, the brothers Ginkaku and Kinkaku. One day, they fought the Nine-Tails and the fox swallowed them. They were inside Kurama for a certain period of time and fed on his flesh. They also underwent exposure to the fox's chakra. I believe every Naruto anime viewer is familiar with this story, and when they got out, they were able to produce the Nine-Tails chakra on their own. And here, three factors played a role. First, they are descendants of Hagoromo. Second, they fed on the fox's flesh. And third, they were exposed to the Nine-Tails chakra. But there is also a fourth unknown factor, and that is the stripes on their cheeks, which apparently they had from the very beginning before the fox swallowed them. But we don't know this for sure, so this factor is uncertain. We know that all Jinchuriki children possess these whiskers, as they symbolize the influence of Kurama's chakra. Kushina's whiskers appeared only when she used the fox's power. Naruto had them from birth because when he was in his mother's belly, Kurama's chakra seeped through Kushina into him. Simply put, Kurama was like a mother to Naruto, just like Kushina, no matter how strange that sounds. Because of this, the 7th Hokage has had marks on his cheeks since birth. Boruto and Himawari inherited similar whiskers, but only 2, because Naruto genetically merged with the fox's chakra. It constantly seeped into the Hokage's genes and merged with his own power. Also, Naruto himself genetically carries these marks. In the case of the Hokage and his children, this is a symbol that they were born thanks to Jinchuriki. But with the brothers Ginkaku and Kinkaku, it's unclear, as we don't know whether they had whiskers from birth or if they appeared after they ate the fox's flesh. Although, judging by the scans from the anime, they did have these marks before being swallowed. Thanks to all this information, we can understand an important thing. Kurama's genes allow the descendants of Hagoromo to independently produce the Nine-Tails chakra. Naruto was exposed to this power from the moment of conception, and throughout his life, the Nine-Tails chakra permeated every cell of his body, healing his wounds. You know how healing works. New genes replace damaged ones after an injury, and in the Hokage's case, they appeared thanks to Kurama's chakra. If we think logically, new cells, soaked in the fox's power, replace the destroyed cells of Naruto himself. You can draw an analogy with karma. Back in the anime Naruto, we were told that all Jinchuriki are vessels for the tailed beasts, and their bodies merge with the beasts at the moment when they lose control. They start transforming, fully turning into Biju, and when the beast's mind completely takes over, it is reborn within the vessel. The same happens with karma. Otsutsuki genes replace human ones. The vessel begins to transform, taking the form of the creator of karma. However, if the Otsutsuki's soul is removed, the vessel will still have access to their power and will be able to use their chakra and all their techniques. This is because the human's genes fused with the Otsutsuki's. The same principle applies to all Jinchuriki. Their genes merge and mutate. Logically, during the transformation into a tailed beast, the body undergoes genetic restructuring, just as it does with the Otsutsuki, and as we know, Naruto underwent multiple transformations into a tailed beast throughout his life. Just recall the battle against Pain, where the Nine-Tails almost reached its final form and broke free, but thanks to Minato, everything ended well. However, I have a question. What was happening to Naruto's genes at that moment? I think you remember the transformations of Jinchuriki. Their bodies literally took the form of the tailed beast. That's why I draw an analogy with karma here, as Jinchuriki essentially acquire the genes of the Biju. Along with them, they also gain the Biju's power, including the ability to produce chakra. I think you understand where I'm going with this. According to the logic of the Naruto storyline, the 7th Hokage is capable of doing the same thing as the brothers Ginkaku and Kinkaku, independently produce Kurama's chakra, because he was in the same conditions as they were. This allows us to conclude that despite losing Kurama, the Hokage has every right to use his chakra even without the fox. And this is 100% true, as it's all consistent with the lore of the universe. Additionally, the Hokage still has the Sage Mode, which can be unlocked in the same direction we saw with Mitsuki. I think everyone understands that Kabuto's Sage Power and Mitsuki's are the same mode, but Mitsuki's version is upgraded, and the Sage Power that Kabuto used evolved into a similar covering, which Naruto usually used in Kurama's mode. Therefore, if 3 decides to deviate from the logic of the narrative with Naruto, where he should possess Kurama's chakra on his own, then we can be shown the Sage's covering, or the Nature Energy mode. I touched on this topic in one of my old videos, and there was even an animation made showing what Naruto might look like in the new mode. But that's not all. In addition to these 2 powers, which he definitely should have, there's also a strong possibility that Naruto possesses the wood element, but Kurama has been suppressing this power all this time. Why? Because Hagoromo's son used the wood element. Hashirama could also use it, and Naruto, being their reincarnation, should also have access to this power. Moreover, right now, the whole story revolves around the Ten-Tails, and the fact that the incarnation of the Jubi wants to absorb the Hokage, and this means that, in addition to the fact that Kawaki and Boruto must protect their father, Naruto himself will have to demonstrate some abilities. But this will happen closer to the end of the whole story. I think you understand perfectly that Naruto has many ways to become stronger. However, everything will depend on Ikemoto, who has been trying to remove the Hokage from the plot, and bringing him back, especially giving him new powers, is not in his interests. At least not right now. But that doesn't mean that the Boruto series is considered bad or unworthy of attention. The point remains the same. Despite losing Kurama, the Hokage is strong enough thanks to his Sage Mode, and with 99% probability, he can independently produce the fox's power. I even made an animation on this topic, which you saw at the beginning. I hope you liked it. Naruto has to do the same as the Gold and Silver brothers since he has everything he needs for it. I'd be interested to hear your opinion on what you think about all of this. I'm sure you have thoughts on why the Hokage remains strong, and did you remember that the brothers Ginkaku and Kinkaku could use Kurama's chakra? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck to everyone.